liters of water. They have food in installments. It has omega 3. It has less fat. Everything they're doing. They deliver a kid. And the child has been diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. That minute, the moment the child is born. She had no traces of even gestational diabetes. They go to the doctor. The doctor is a well-read person. Okay, doctors also need to be well-read. So the doctor says, we don't know how. There are many sensible doctors who will tell, there is no answer to this. That is when we say, if a newborn child has to suffer with no traces of medical history in the family or no trace of anything being found, then it is Purva Janma Karma. Correct? So this is where Tarka Shastram helps. Now there are very intelligent people in Sanatana Dharma. Okay? They will say, for this Janma you are telling karma is there from the previous birth. What about the first Janma? Have you heard of this question? Then what will you do? Tarko apratishtaha. Through logic you cannot come to a definite conclusion. Yudhishthira says, Tarko apratishtaha. Shrutayo vibhinnaha. Shruti Vakyams at times may seem that they are not opposing each other. Naiko rishir yasya matam pramanam. No two rishis agree. I will tell you, no two panchangams agree. You know, in Shaura Siddhantam, when you observe the sun and do panchangam, largely found in parts of Tamil Nadu, Bengal, Kerala, how do we do? Even the months are split that way. Second, how the days are given the term auspicious. If it is an Amavasya, you have to close your eyes and say it is an auspicious day. If it Purnima or Paurnami is not as auspicious as Amavasya, it is auspicious. Sharat Purnima, Guru Purnima, everything is good, but not as auspicious as Amavasya. The first day after the new moon or the full moon, which is Prathama Tithi, is not auspicious in that Panchangam. Reverse is in Karnataka. Amavasya is not that auspicious. Correct? So by Panchangam there are differences. Acharam. See, in Tamil Nadu, in the Agama Shastram, Vaikhanasam or Pancharatram, you are not supposed to enter the puja room or the sanctum sanctorum with a wet dhoti. You have to take bath, take a dry cloth and enter. To wear dry dhoti. Whereas in Kerala, just cross border, Palakkad, you go there. Every minute that you are in the Garbhagraham, if you have the Aradhaka, your clothes have to be wet. If they are not wet, you have to go bath, take bath and come with wet clothes. Acharam, there is difference. Siddhantam, there is difference. He says, Naiko rishiryasya matam pramanam. Okay. How many of you in your Abhivadaye say, Bodhayana Sutra? Any Bodhayana Sutrakaras here? One. Bodhayana 1, Bodhayana twice. Any other? Okay. Apastamba. Okay. Majority. Minority also has importance in India. So, you have got Apastamba and Bodhayana. Two prominent rishis. There are other rishis. I am taking Bodhayana and Apastamba. Apastamba has given sutras and Bodhayana has given sutras. They want to ease in our lives. They are generally very good rishis, both of them. One rishi says, Oh my dear Astika, they are referring to us. Oh my dear Astika, you have to perform Aradhanam. You have to propitiate God. Which God? One rishi tells, Mahadevova Purushottamova. Either Lord Sri Shiva, Mahadevova, Purushottamova or Narayana. What does the other Maharishi say? Purushottama Yeva. Only Purushottama. Now what will we conclude? To decide on one, we have to negate the other. So Yudhishthira says, Naiko Rishiryasya matam pramanam. Even rishis don't agree. Dharmasya tattvam nihitam guhaya mahajano yena gatissa pantaha. When logic is not coming to my rescue, when Vedavakyams are differing each other, when no two rishis agree, the only way ahead for me is to follow what my preceptors have done and follow that path, he says. Despite telling this answer, Yaksha said, very good, star, 3 stars, 100 out of 100. But Yudhishthira, something was niggling. He thought, this may not be the right way to answer some question. Like the weather report. I was talking about the weather report, right? Will it rain or not? They will say. In the Tamil news, I will tell what the Tamil people said. You will have to translate in your own language. Idiyudan kudiyo kudamalo. லேசான மழை முதல் பலத்த மழை வரை இங்கும் அங்குமாக அல்லது ஆங்காங்கே. You know what they say? Either it will be light rainfall or torrential rainfall. It may occur in certain places or it may occur everywhere. It may then with thunder or without thunder. மழை பெய்யலாம் பெய்யாமலும் இருக்கலாம். It may rain or may not rain. This is the weather report. This is how Yudhishthira has answered. But Yaksha was happy that at least he has attempted. See, in board exams, when teachers go, they will get one key. It is called mere attempt. Have you heard of it? If there is a mistake in the question itself, the board will say, even if the student has written that question number 2, you have to give marks. It's called mere attempt. So, Yaksha tried attempting. Yudhishthira tried attempting. Yaksha said 100 out of 100. But Yudhishthira was not happy with this answer. So Yaksha has asked this question, I have answered. That Yaksha has agreed to what I have answered. But I am not in agreement with what I have said. I should ask these questions to somebody whom I feel has the ability to answer. See, a person who wishes to know the answer to a question should also know who is capable enough to answer that question. See, that is an art. You should know, this person may be able to answer my question. You should have that instinct in you. That is when he spotted Bhishmacharya. He went to Bhishma and asked. 38 minutes have gone. Now he is going to ask. Kimekam daivatam loke kim vapyekam parayanam stuvantah kam kamarchantah prapna yurmanava shubham ko dharmas sarva dharmanam bhavatah paramo matah kim japan muchyate jantur janma samsara bandhanat. This is called Shat Prashni in Sanskritam. These 6 questions in the Western world says about the 10 commandments, right? Here we have the 6 questions. What were those 6 questions? These are the 6. For these 6 questions, the famed commentator to Sri Vishnu Sahasranamam called as Parashara Bhatta, close to 1000 years before, in his commentary called Bhagavad Guna Darpanam. Remember these names. You know, every commentator will give one name to their commentary. The commentary of Govindaraja to Ramayanam is called Bhushanam. The commentary of Nilakantha to Sri Mahabharatam is called Bhavadipam. The commentary of Vallabhacharya to Srimad Bhagavatam is called as Subodhini. The commentary of 42nd Pontiff of Ahobilamat to Vedanta Deshika's Rahasyatrayasaram is called Sarabodhani. The commentary of Parashara Bhatta to Vishnu Sahasranamam is called Bhagavad Guna Darpanam. Why? Because the commentator feels when you write down the names of Vishnu, Vishvam, Vishnuhu, Vashatkaraha, Bhuta Bhavya Bhavat Prabhu, Bhuta Krit, Bhuta Bhrit, Bhavaha, Putatma, Putapavanaha. You go on till the 1000th Nama, which is Sarva Praharana Yudha. So you write down 1 to 1000 and you keep a beautiful mirror in front of it. Darpanam in Sanskritam is mirror. So as you write down the names of Vishnu Sahasranamam and keep the mirror in front of it, ideally, scientifically, you should see the mirror image of it. So Vishwam should, now the mirror image should be Yim, Sha, Vi. It should be reversed, correct? Vishwam should be reversed. Even in chemistry, we come across mirror images of formulas. What? Give me one example. You have not, easier to out of syllabus. Tartaric acid. Have you heard of tartaric acid formula? It's a mirror image that we all learn. So we have to write the mirror image. You know, Parashara Bhatta took one paper, wrote down all the 1000 names. He kept one mirror in front of it. You know what he saw? He saw the corresponding quality of that particular Nama. Vishwam. The quality of the Lord to pervade, to be everywhere. The quality of the Lord to have everything in Him. Bhuta Bhavya Bhavat Prabhu, the one who has surpassed all periods of time. He was, is, and will be. Bhuta Bhavya Bhavat Prabhu. So for every Nama, he saw the corresponding Guna. So for Bhagavan's Guna, he saw that on a mirror called Darpanam. So this commentary is called Bhagavat Guna Darpanam. So in this Bhagavat Guna Darpanam, he has commented to about 10 to 11 pages on these 6 questions. Before I get into the questions, because it will get slightly technical and I am seated in front of an erudite audience, so I know you will all understand, yet I will talk about the basics. One great Acharya and Acharya Sheela called Vadivelu in Tamil Nadu tells, building is strong, basement is weak. So I will put the basement first and then we will construct the building. In Siddhantam, in philosophy, we have 2 terms or words that we will frequent. One is Upayam, the other one is Upeyam. Upayam is the means. Upeyam is the destination. Okay. So if I have to reach some place, I have to go by certain means. This Upayam and Upeyam is what is found in these 6 questions. Now, how do we distribute the questions? The first 2 questions are about Upeyam. Today it is okay. You are all extremely attentive. Otherwise, whenever you are going for any discourse, have the habit of carrying a book and a pen. It is always, it is not, I am not doubting your memory at all. You will remember Ekasantagrahi, you will remember every line and every word and every term. I am completely confident of it. More than what you are confident of yourself. I am confident about you. But if you write it down, those notes can actually reach the hands of your children and grandchildren. One day they may feel, oh, this is what they have written. Let me refer to it. So you should always leave these assets for your children. What have your parents left for you? They have left notes of Vishnu Sahasranamam. They have left notes on Bhagavad Gita. This is the asset that we should have. Now immediately people will buy books. He has said, so we will buy 10 volumes. Who will read? You have to take what you have understood is what you have to write. So Upayam, Upeyam. The first 2 questions are about Upeyam. Kim ekam daivatam loke. Kim vap ekam parayanam. First 2 questions are about Upeyam. Question number 3, 4, 5, 6 is about Upayam. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಬರುಂಜುಡ್ತಾ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? Something you have to say yes, no. I will explain. See, everything will not be comprehensible in the first few minutes. It will be understood. You know, the other beauty about Upanyasam or Siddhantam is you have to be in a state where it is a bit confusing. That is philosophy. If everything is understood about philosophy, it is not philosophy. You should be in a semi-understandable state. Have you understood? Somewhat. Your grandchildren will say, right? Do you like me or not? Somewhat. That somewhat should be there in philosophy. Kim ekam daivatam loke. Deva. This word we will come across everywhere. Even people from the Western religions, if they have to translate their books, they will say, Deva. Devane. What is Deva? Remember this word very well. Deva comes from the root word Divukridayam. The one who loves to play is called Deva. So the Lord is called Deva. Whom does he love to play? With us. We are the puppets. Nanoru vilayattu bommaya. Nanoru vilayattu bommaya. Imagine we do these puppet shows, right? The Lord is doing the puppet show with us. So we are dolls in his hand. So we are his play material. So he is called Deva. Kim ekam daivatam loke. He is very specific. Yudhishthira asks, tell me who is that one God. Kim ekam daivatam loke. What is loke? Half your Upanyasam goes in asking questions to us, sir. What is loke? Lokam. World. That also you don't know, sir. No. In Sanskritam, lokyate iti anena lokaha. Through that which you can understand the world is called lokam. That through which you can understand the world is called lokam. So Shastram is called lokam. Kim ekam daivatam loke. Who is that one God who has been spoken in the Shastram? Kim ekam daivatam loke. Now, what answers he gives, we'll see it later. The question itself needs some research. First there is a theory that Brahma is the one who is that Daivam. Because he is the creator. Today we exist because of Brahma. Sir, Brahma is the creator. Okay. But may not be true. Because if you read Srimad Bhagavatam, there is one place in the Dvitiya and Tritiya Skandam where Brahma is created. And Brahma is worried where he has come from. See, after Brahma was created, Brahma was thinking, where have I come from? Who am I? Generally, in these movies, Yar Nan. Who am I? So he wanted to ask. There was nobody to clear his doubt. So Bhagavatam tells, he held the petal of his lotus upon which he was seated. Then he looked down. There was only darkness. There he saw a huge stalk, thick stalk of the lotus flower going. He thought, the flower has to emerge from somewhere. If I find the Tarumulam, I will know who has given birth to me. He started sliding down the stalk. Bhagavatam tells 500 Chaturyugas went as he was sliding the stalk. Now he stopped. He said, I will not go any further because I have to climb up the same distance to go up to the top. Then he heard an ethereal voice which said, bring the 16th and the 21st letter together. Practice that, you will know me. The 16th letter is Ta. 21st letter is Pa. Tapa. Do Tapa, you will know me. So he started knowing who it is. When I was telling this, somebody asked, sir, he was just now born. How will he know the letters? Correct? He is a pre-fed pen drive. Already data is there in that pen drive. So he knew and he started performing penance. So Brahma is maybe treated as a creator to us, but he has a creator himself. So do you mean to say, sir, Brahma is like us? Technically, yes. He is also a created person. But do you say that Brahma and we are equal? No. He is higher than us, but as much as us. Confusing, sir. How do we know? How do we understand this? One Acharya mentions how Brahma's relationship with Parabrahman is. Parabrahman has created Brahma. We are here. Imagine we are getting Deepavali in a few more days. What sweet will they make in your house? What sweet they will buy in your house? Both they won't do. Okay. So imagine that they are going to make some sweet. So first of all, before making that sweet, the previous day, the child is asking the mother. The child is of about 4 or 5 years of age. The child is asking the mother, "Mother, there is a beautiful moon that I see in the sky. Can I touch it?" The mother is very realistic. She tells, "The moon is very far from us, my dear son. It is not at a height where you can touch it. It is very far from us. Don't even have these ambitions of touching the moon. Unless and until you are an Armstrong. Don't have this." Day 2, the mother says, "I have to make some nice sweets for you. Jahangir, Babar, Badusha, I have to make. So you get atop the attic and get that flour for me." The child uses the ladder, climbs the attic and gets the rice flour to the mother. The mother tells, "Get down now. You have given me the flour, get down." "I will not get down," the child says. "Why?" "While I was standing down, yesterday you said that the moon is very far. But today I am on the attic. The moon should be very near." The mother did not know how to react. She said, "Compared to yesterday's position, you are 10 feet high. I agree. But with respect to the moon, your position yesterday and today are quite the same. Yesterday you were 5 lakh kilometers away from the moon. Today you are 4,99,999.98 kilometers away from the moon, which is equated to 5 lakhs. Similarly, the Acharya tells, compared to Parabrahman, Brahma and we all are in the same position. Just that Brahma is seated on the attic and we are down. With respect to Parabrahman, Brahma and we are at the same distance. Chimalo, Brahmalo, Shiva Keshava, Dulalo, says Tyagaraja. Chimalo, Brahmalo. Right from an ant to Brahma. Even in Lalita Sahasranama, you get this nama. Abrahma Kita Janani Varnashrama Vidhayini. So this concept that Brahma has created should be understood in a very subtle fashion. For that, the Acharya gives an example. Imagine that the child has to do cooking, the son or the daughter. He or she has never entered the kitchen. But the child goes and tells the mother, "Mother, I want to cook." The mother is worried about the outcome. But she doesn't want to encourage, because teachers tell, don't discourage your children. So what she does is, she keeps the tamarind water ready. She keeps the tomatoes cut. She keeps the rasam powder ready. Some curry leaves to season. Some mustard to temper. Everything is ready. She has kept the vessel. She has kept the way it has to be made. Everything. Now the child will walk into the kitchen with all that glow and glamour, as if he has created the entire world. Kadalnyalam Shairenum Yane Yennum, he will walk. You'll ask, is this all you have written? Okay. Now looking at the recipe, he will take that little oil, put that mustard, put that already readily kept tamarind water, let it boil, and then will finally keep it ready. Then somebody will come into that house. Nice smell. What is there today? My child made the rasam. 99% the mother has done. Finally, the child has just managed to put everything together. This is Brahma. Shastram was given by the Lord how to create the world, and all the samagris were given. Brahma just put them together, but the Lord is so benevolent, he said, my son Brahma is the creator. How do we know that? Because for the word Prapitamaha, do you get that in Sahasranamam? Prapitamaha. So for Prapitamaha, the Vyakhyanam by Shankara, by Madhva saint and by Visishtadvaita saint. Pitamahasyapi janakatvat prapitamaha. The one who is the father to the father of the creation is prapitamaha. So there is always a doubt. That is why Yudhishthira asked, Kim ekam daivatam loke? Who is that one God whom we have to worship? Why this word one? I will give you 2 examples for this. See, first question itself I have not gone. I don't know when I will complete. Okay. In Srimad Bhagavatam, have you heard of this king called Priyavrata? Young India. You are not going to Bharat Jodo? No. Okay. Oh, you are coming to Upanyasam. See, he wants to unite India through Upanyasam. Now, tell me, Priyavrata. Narayaniyathila varum. In Bhagavatam also you get. Very good. Priyavrata was the son of, you should remember all these things. Swayambhuva Manu. Who said that? Very good. Swayambhuva Manu had 2 sons. One was Priyavrata and the other one was Uttanapada. Uttanapada's son was Dhruva. Very good. Now this Priyavrata had a son called Agnidhra. Agnidhra. This Agnidhra married an Apsara Stree called Purvachitti. And they had a son called Nabhi. Nabhi married the daughter of Meru. She was called Meru Devi. And Nabhi and Meru Devi performed a yagam called Pragvaryam. Remember this namam. This is the head of all yagas called Pragvaryam. So at the end of it appeared the Lord Narayana and asked, Hey Nabhi and Meru Devi, what do you want? They said, we want a son who's as elegant, radiant as you. The Lord said, there is no one who is equal to me. If somebody has to born, it is me who has to be born. So he was born. And that Amshavataram, partial incarnation of the Lord born to Nabhi and Meru Devi, was called Rishabhanatha, the first Tirthankara of Jainism. You are able to connect? The 24th Tirthankara is Mahavira. The first Tirthankara, Rishabhanatha, is regarded as the partial incarnation of Narayana. So you are saying that, do Jains agree? Yes. In their Puranam called Adi Puranam, found in Sanskritam, they say that Rishabhanatha is an avatar of Vishnu. He has got Shankha Chakra Mudra in his hands. So the Lord chose to be born. What was the question? Give me that one who is like you. Kim ekam daivatam. The Lord said, there is no one who is equal to me. Is there another kshetram that celebrates it? There is one kshetram in the entire country where prasadam to the Lord is cooked without salt. Very good. It is a kshetram very close to Bhaskara kshetram or Kumbhakonam. Dharage Dakshina Kaveri Tira Kumbhapura Vasanu Neene Kararalli Vinaya Ganava Madida Uraga Bhushananu Neene Koralalli Bhasma Rudrakshava Dharisita Parama Vaishnavanu Neene Garuda Gamana Shri Purandara Vithalage Prana Priyano Neene Chandra Chuda Shiva Shankara Parvati Ramanane Ninage Namo Namo Dharage Dakshina Kaveri Tira Kumbhapura Vasa. Kumbhakonam, a very important kshetram even for Raghavendra Tirtha Swami. In Kumbhakonam, very close to it, is a kshetram called Vyomapuri. It seems that the city resembled the heaven. In that kshetram was a rishi called Markandeya Maharishi. He spotted a little girl who seemed quite orphaned since no one was spotted in the vicinity. He adopted that girl, called her the blessings of Bhumi Devi and Mahalakshmi. So she was called Bhuma. So he brought up this girl Bhuma, with so much of love. And this girl of 4 or 5 years took up to cooking because her father was always engaged in austerities. Somebody had to cook. So she started cooking. One day, an aged person, in a few days from then he will die. That kind of an aged person, he walked towards the hermitage of Markandeya Maharishi and said,